morning, ladies. This is Andrea Cincora, emotional infertility expert. Today, we're going to be talking about 3 things that I want you to go this week, put them in place, implement them, and help yourself in this journey. Okay, these 3 things are super simple, they don't cost you any money, and they will make your life a lot easier when you're struggling to get pregnant. Okay, now if you stay to the end, I will tell you how I can help you save some time, for sure, money, and heartaches in your journey to conception. Okay, and for those of you that don't know me, I help women move past their emotional blockages with confidence and with the only goal to get and stay pregnant. Okay, what I'm going to be offering also is, and you can check that in the description, I'm going to leave a link there. I'm going to be offering 5 discovery calls this week. So only 5. So make sure that if you want one, you go ahead and click on that right now, or you do that as soon as you can, because I do stick to 5. So if you want a free discovery call, check the link below, and we're going to map out a strategy to see how we can work the other part of the equation, which is your subconscious mind. Okay, it is critical to line up all your efforts, all the things you're doing to get pregnant, along with your subconscious. Okay, we need to clean the house in there. We need to make sure we go in your subconscious and take anything negative that could be blocking or creating some sort of resistance in your ability to get pregnant. Okay, with that said, let's get to it. These are 3 things that are super simple, like I said, don't cost you, and hopefully they'll help you a lot. Number 1, create a plan for your journey, including income sources. Okay, so what I mean by this is plan a year. Okay, hopefully you'll get pregnant this month. I don't want you to plan 5 years, 3 years, okay? Because we want to stay in the positive in here. And planning 5 years, it's not staying in the positive. It's already assuming you're not going to get pregnant. It's going to take you that long. So maximum a year, which is realistic, okay? Plan a year. Decide, okay, these are my next steps. I'm here. I've tried this. I've done this. It hasn't worked. So maybe it's time for me in 2 more months, 3 more months to try this, to go see this doctor, or to maybe add this supplement that I haven't tried, or to go see an acupuncturist specialized in fertility for another couple of months. Just very high level without going all intense and crazy about planning. Just have some sort of roadmap, okay? What I want you to do on this is to have a plan to move forward. That if this month you don't get pregnant, you don't get stuck in the depression when you see that stick negative, and just, take another few, like 3 more months to get back on the roller, on the thing, because you were so emotionally down. I know we got to go through this, and I know we feel like this, but don't let this stop you, okay? You're not the only one going through this. We are all going through this together. Some of us are almost there. Some of us are just starting. It doesn't matter what you are, just keep moving forward, okay? That's the goal here, to have a plan that keeps you moving forward, okay? Second item on the list, stick to 1 or 2 TTC confidence, okay? So what do I mean by this? And those of you that don't know, TTC stands for trying to conceive, okay? So I want you to find 2 friends that are either in this journey or that have been through it, okay? Most of us, I find nowadays, have someone very close in our circle that has gone through some sort of fertility issue. If you happen to be in a circle where there's no one that has struggled with infertility, don't worry, go on Facebook. There's tons of groups. Just look infertility or TTC, and you're going to see support groups in there, okay? Go in there, participate, find that one person that you kind of resonate with. Maybe they're going through the same situation at the same time that you are. Just jump in a private message and become, develop that relationship. You should see how many women become best friends like this. I have a friend that I've met in Instagram, and she lives in Ohio, and I live in Florida, and we just text each other. I'm on top of her stuff, like, how did it go on this, she's on that, and we can kind of like vent to each other. And my other good friend, I met her at the waiting room at the waiting room at my fertility doctor. it happened to be that she lives super close by, so we hang out all the time, and our husbands get along, so it's like this whole new friendship. And we even make joke of all these things, of the injections, of the routines, everything that we put them through, that we go through, and it just makes it a little bit easier. Okay, and what I want you to do is only one or two, because I mean, if you have a whole group of infertility, that's great, but you only need one or two people to really vent and get those feelings out. If you open up to your entire circle of friends and family, most of the times it doesn't turn out well, because if they haven't struggled with this, they will not understand you, and they will try, and they're trying to help you. But by asking you every 5 seconds if you got pregnant, if IVF worked, if IUI worked, or telling you so and so got pregnant doing this, and like all these comparisons, they just don't help. They don't see it. It's not a bad intention, but they just don't help. They add up negativity, and then we start going through this roller coaster of emotions every time we hear or they tell us something. Okay, so avoid that. If you're in a group of friends and they keep asking you, when are you going to have babies? I'm going to make a video on this separately, so I don't want to go too much into this, but there's ways you can answer it and just nip that. Okay, you don't need that. They're not paying your rent. That's my logo. They're not paying your rent. They don't need to know more than that. So I'll make another video on this, but I want you to know, just have two friends that you can vent, support each other, carry each other when you need to, and that's all you need, okay? And third and last thing, but as important and even more than the other two, okay, is working on your subconscious. I'm going to make, again, a separate video just to talk about the subconscious and fertility, but the subconscious needs to be aligned with everything else that's happening in your body and in your life, okay? It doesn't matter if we change our entire life, if we eat the healthiest food, if we go gluten-free, if we do IUIs, IVFs, you name it, all the things we do in this crazy infertility ride. You need to acknowledge that there is this hole here that doctors are not talking about, nobody's talking about, but it is real, and is that your mindset is driving everything else, okay? Whatever your subconscious is telling your body and your mind to process is what's ruling the success of everything else you're doing. So you need to work on your subconscious to make sure that you have the highest chances of conceiving, okay? Many women have no idea that they cannot stay pregnant because somehow your subconscious gave meaning to something that you saw when you were 3 years old, and it gave a meaning that it's not safe to be pregnant. You have no idea, you don't remember, but guess what? Your subconscious does. So every time you get pregnant and you're pregnant, oh, I got to go into safety mode, then there you go, there's a miscarriage. I'm not saying this is it by all means, and please read the disclaimer on this video, okay? I wish we had like a magic ball where we would know definite answers to all these sad moments. We don't. But based on research and based on many things and clients that we've seen, the subconscious plays a huge role on this, okay? And I just mentioned this example of a miscarriage, but let's not even go there. Just the fact of getting pregnant, it's the same thing, okay? It might be caused by trauma you've had when you were a kid. Lots of cases of women not ovulating, and they're driven by things that happen in their teenage years, and that they're here, okay? So imagine, and this goes into my closing of this video, imagine how much money, time, and heartaches you could save by working your subconscious at the same time that you do all the other things that you gotta do, okay? It's not one or the other, it's the two. It's the perfect equation, and it needs to be in sync. So imagine how much you can save if you work on that, okay? You may not need pills to ovulate, because you might start ovulating on your own if you work on those traumas that you have. You may not need IUI or IVF, because all of a sudden those scenes that traumatize you as a kid of giving birth, all of a sudden we clean them out and boom, surprise, you're pregnant. I mean, you have to start paying attention to what's in here. Now, if this sounds like something that you're ready to do and you know you have to work on because it is a reality, it's a fact, then please take advantage of the link I'm leaving here on the description for a discovery call. In this discovery call, we're going to go over your story. We're going to map out a strategy on how we're going to work with your subconscious. Make sure we can put it as in sync as possible as we can with the rest of the efforts you're doing to get pregnant and what you're doing in your body, and help your body heal and do the things it needs to do to get pregnant. So we're just going to go through a strategy, but most importantly, I want to learn from you so that I know I can help you, and then we can work together. Okay. That's it for now. I hope you find this valuable. If you do, leave me a comment. Any questions, put them below. I'll try to answer them in another video or separately in a messenger. I'll try to reach directly to you. Okay. Talk to you soon. Ciao.